In this video, I will be discussing the Waterfall and Agile methodology of system development. The Waterfall method takes a classic linear and sequential approach to software design and system development. It utilizes the big design upfront idea. This means that all the major designs of the project are made upfront and then implemented later. Each waterfall stage is assigned to a separate team to ensure project control and deadline control. Once the plan is made for the big design, it is never changed, it's set in stone. The waterfall method is broken down into stages. In each stage, there is a certain task that needs to be completed before they can move on to the next stage. In stage 1, the project team first analyzes. They determine and prioritize the business requirements and needs. In the second stage, the requirements that were gathered in the first stage are then transformed into IT solutions where technology and design are implemented. In stage 3, code implementation can take place after a prototype has been built and processes are defined. In the fourth stage, a completed solution is implemented. It is then tested and evaluated by the end user. Finally, the waterfall method moves into the maintenance stage, where everything is ensured to run smoothly and maintenance that is required can be made. The project will remain in this stage for the duration of its life. The waterfall method has a handful of problems, which makes it less desirable than other system design methods. The first problem is that if a glitch arises, changing the software is nearly impossible. You would have to go back up the waterfall just to make any changes. The classic waterfall method stands for predictability. Once a stage is complete in the waterfall method, you must move on to the next stage. Because of this, it makes it extremely inefficient and ineffective to go back and change the requirements. It's also very costly. Using the waterfall method, the product is tested at the very end of the development cycle. This means that if a defect or issue arises, the entire program must be rewritten before any changes can be made. Any project created using the waterfall method has only one main release throughout its cycle, and that's at the end. Requirements and specifications cannot be applied to the final product after it's been released. The waterfall method is good for thorough planning because each stage is defined at the beginning. The waterfall method is best for projects that are hard to change after started, or projects that do not require any changes. This method allows for simple and easy implementation. This method provides a structured approach, progressing linearly and sequentially through its stages. It's suited for software projects that are stable. There are similar methods to the waterfall method that are slightly different and may be a better alternative than using this method. Now I'd like to talk about the Agile method of system development. Unlike the waterfall method, this method is much more flexible and allows for changes to be made throughout the life cycle of the system development. The Agile method is a much newer approach to handling software design and system development. The Agile method is one of the superior system development life cycles. This method follows an adaptive software development life cycle, meaning that it can change as the needs of the business change. In order for this method to work, the software development has to follow an adaptive approach. An adaptive approach implies that the system requirements cannot be clearly defined in the beginning of the project development life cycle. The Agile method allows for much more freedom than traditional methods like the waterfall. The Agile method emphasizes breaking tasks into smaller chunks with minimal planning, unlike the waterfall method, which requires planning all to be done up front. If an issue arises during any of the processes, face-to-face communication is encouraged to allow for a free flow of ideas. The Agile method relies on close collaboration between programming teams and business experts. The project teams are meant to be self-organized for efficiency. Projects created using the Agile method focus more on individual components and less on the entire projects. The Agile method utilizes time-based cycles to meet target dates instead of processes like the waterfall method. Agile methods have an iterative workflow and incremental delivery of software in short iterations instead of delivering the entire project at once. The following clips show a list of other popular forms of the Agile methodology. To summarize the two methods of project development, we have the Waterfall method that focuses on planning everything up front, implementing the plan, and then releasing a final product, while the Agile method focuses on planning and implementing each piece of a project as it is being worked on, and releasing smaller components as they are completed.